If your child has told you that they are having thoughts of suicide, or if they've attempted suicide, here are a few steps that you can take. So first off, it's going to be really hard for you to not, take this really personally, to not be really emotionally reactive about the situation. It's extremely scary, right? It's important that you take care of yourself. Take a moment to take a breath and get some support for yourself. So that could be calling the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It could be talking to a family therapist, talking to clergy. So whatever you need to do, just make sure that you're getting support for yourself. And it's also really valuable just to have that professional support where you can bounce your ideas off of them, make sure you're doing everything you can to take care of your child and keep them safe. Of course, you also want to be getting them into some type of their own professional help. And so some good resources for that could be, their primary care physician, a mental health counselor, and also kind of as a last resort, there's like the emergency department, right? But if you're not sure which of those to go to first or how to, what the right plan of attack should be, it's a really good idea to call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. And that's 1-800-273-TALK. And so they can kind of walk you through what the next steps are, what type of urgency you need to have around the situation, because thoughts of suicide kind of start out in some cases being kind of just vague and not having a sense of planning, but they can escalate really quickly, right? And so it's really important to take it very seriously and to get your resources together and have a plan in place about how you're going to help your child. Since you're the parent, you have a really good opportunity to create a safe environment for them. And you can do that by creating an emotionally safe environment, a place where they can talk about their thoughts and feelings, and also creating a physically safe environment, which by itself can be a very powerful life-saving step. So that means make sure your guns are locked up, make sure that your medications in the house are locked up or thrown away. And you may think, they don't even know that we have a gun, they don't know where the bullets are, we hid it so well. Your kids are smart, and they know more than you think sometimes. And so just take an extra precaution. Get them out of the house if you can. That's the best recommendation, but if you're not willing to do that, just put an extra lock on it or separate. While you're on the phone with the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline or while you're working with a counselor, it's a really good idea to create a safety plan with your child. And you can even keep that on an app, have them obviously keep it on an app because they need to have a sense of ownership of this plan and because they're going to be the ones carrying it out. And so that includes things like, what are my triggers, what thoughts or situations in my life lead me to have thoughts of suicide, and then when those come up, what do I do to cope with them, by myself, and then what social situations can I put myself in to cope with them, who can I call, what professionals can I talk to. It goes down the list of first, how do I try to take care of this by myself, and then all the way up until reaching out for emergency help, right? So you want to install that app and work with them on creating a safety plan. So lastly, it's really important that your kid knows that you love them and that this doesn't change, how you think about them, and that you're going to be there for them to help them through this process. And that may seem really obvious to you, but saying it out loud can make a big difference. And just making an effort to spend time with them and show them how important they really are to you through your actions really is a small thing that makes a big difference.